Alright, so this 2-star level has a really interesting coin in it. Basically, the whole idea is that there's a really hard wave part, and if you mess up, then you're spared. So you can keep playing, but you're not allowed to get the coin. The problem is that, of course, to detect whether or not you mess up, it has to use triggers instead of actual objects. And the trigger detection and object detection are different and not at all the same. So here I've got a copyable where I've placed in objects over the objects that you can run into. So right there, it just turned black because I hit one of the triggers, but I didn't die. That's because I didn't hit one of the objects. So I'll show you. In the editor here, these are all the objects that you'd normally interact with. Actually, the wave part's up here. There we go. So this is like what you normally interact with, right? And so you hit these 2 blocks most likely, and that's what triggers it, saying, oh hey, you hit something. But the thing is that I filled in all these objects here to line up with those, and even then I can still trigger these triggers without actually crashing, as we just saw. We'll do that again. It happens almost all the time. You can't even pass like the first quarter without that happening. There, see? Look at that, I'm still alive, but I managed to hit a trigger and make the coin disappear. So, this level is incredibly unfair because those things actually have larger hitboxes than what the gameplay shows and what, as an experienced player you're accustomed to. So, when I'm raging at this because I didn't actually hit anything, that's right, I didn't hit anything half the time. And of course, you end up hitting something later because the screen goes dark and you can't see where you're going. And what's more is that with the screen going dark like that, you can't actually audit whether or not you're being BS'd. You have to download a copyable and do this to audit whether or not the game is BSing you, like it just did there. So, the moral of the story here, let the game do the object's collision detection, and if you want to prevent no-clippers from getting the coin, then what you need to do is you need to recess these back so that way it's impossible for a legit player to actually hit those. And then you just put a thing right up here, like a key or something that says, hey, if you want to get the coin, it's going to be really hard, then you have to get this key. So, that's my 2 cents on that. Actually, let the game do object collision. That's what the game is designed to do. And if you want to make it non-fudgeable, then you need to recess that. You need to recess these 2 blocks a little bit further back so that the game doesn't, or so that the level doesn't detect something that it shouldn't. But yeah, this is really annoying to deal with because I'm not crazy. I am actually passing the gameplay, but still being denied the coin. Very easy to prove here. Oh, look at that! I made it. That's lucky. Okay, yeah, now I'm messing up, but you get the idea. Just show off this entire thing. So yeah, that's the gameplay. It's hard enough to do as, regular object collision works, but it's basically impossible to do when the hitboxes are way more sensitive in some places. So if you're building a level, don't do this. Don't do this type of nonsense. Actually let the game do its own object collision and make it non-fudgeable in another way, right? So like if a person goes to here, like in the middle of these 4 blocks here, right? Yeah, obviously they should not get the coin, but if they're running right up along the side here in a perfectly valid position. That shouldn't cancel their ability to get the coin. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.